Hello my friend, thanks for coming and check this out. In today's video we're gonna talking about the supply and demand on the market. That is most important part of the trading. And a lot of people in the new this business, they ignore this one. They just rely on the going forward. They rely on the only indicator. And if the indicator tell them to buy and sell, they go and buy and sell, and the less than a couple of months they blow their account balance. We're not talking about this situation. We need to identify the key area of the support. We need to understand the sentiment of the market, and this is not happen with the indicator. Indicator is not predicting future of the market. They have a sum of the data from the past and use them for the future, because that is correct. We as a technical trader, we do the same too, but most of the indicator is backprint. It means if you have a one buy setup, when they hit your target, is gonna tell you that it was buy setup here. We give you the this buy signal on the advance. Key area of the support and resistance is really important for us. Supply, a lot of people that is getting FOMO and lose the money because they buy it as a supply and sell it as a demand. That is completely wrong. You need to buy it as a demand and sell it as a supply. Now we're gonna go in for the identify the key area. This is area for us that is supply zone, because market has a big resistance under this area between 2008 and 2000 and, well, for example 40. That is really important for us because this area is on the weekly time frame. Market couldn't pass it through yet. They just come in, get more liquidity under this area and bounce it down. The next area for us, this area, we're gonna be identify this area as a support and resistance, because market has a big reaction. How many times, on the weekly time frame, how many times is been react on it, get it, bounce it up after the close to this area. We're gonna change the color to the green. And when they're going for the more details on this area, on the going for the daily time frame, and we're gonna be on the daily time frame, we're gonna be adjust our level 2. We're gonna drag it on the more heat and make it smaller, because that is gonna be affect our trading. We're gonna be drag it on this area and make it more smaller, because this area is really important to get in as much as you can smaller, because on the lower time frame you should do it this one. You should do it like that. The next area for us, we're gonna go in for the daily time frame. As you can see here, we don't have it that much, except that this area, that is market is ranging, and we can identify this area as a support and resistance and supply and demand, but still market doesn't that much reaction for it. We're gonna call it as change the color to the white, and Still this area is important, but it's not that much important like this area, because market mostly in the ranging under this area. Next area for us, going for the lower time frame and identify the key support and resistance if you find any. As you can see here, market has a two area of the support and resistance and the one minor one in the middle for the daily. If you're working on the lower time frame, you need to go in for the identify the key area on the lower time frame as well. For example, some people is working on trading on the 1 hour time frame. It's completely different with some people working on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame. You need to, this area for us on the 1 hour time frame is really important as well, as long as this area, the main area on the weekly, is really important as well, because this area for us is minor support and resistance. We call it as a blue. Change the color to the yellow. And if you can't find it at this area for the 1 hour is really important too, because we have a lot of time market is bouncing up on this area. And when the passage through this area is market is completely bouncing up. The key area of the support and resistance is really important to identify our trade. I don't want to go for the each individual trading time frame, but it's need to identify your time frame. Depend on your time frame that you trade with. You need to identify those one. For me, it's daily support and resistance and weekly support and resistance. That is more than enough. Depend on the asset and depend on the what is my trading strategy. If I'm going for the swing trading, that is daily and weekly time frame is enough for me. I'm gonna amend those one on the lower time frame, like I did on the supply and demand for that one. For the supply and demand and the support and resistance, you need to identify the area that is have a more reaction for the support and resistance. If the one time is happen one support, it doesn't one hit as a support, it doesn't call as a support unless we have it in the future. We need to those area is being react on that one too. For example, this area for us, it's really important for the daily because we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 this area, but one area that is have a one nothing happen and nothing like a action for it, no reaction for the future, just one time is happen. That is not called as a support and resistance. Big support, major support, and big support for us. Major support and resistance sometimes is not enough for us. We need to identify the more area of the confluence to trade with. One of the most important thing that is we need to identify from that trend line. Trend line is really helpful for us to identify our trade. As you can see here, market is not perfect, and the trend line couldn't be perfect because everyone see on the different way. For example, I'm gonna go in for the draw the one trend line here. That is my trend line, and another person is gonna call this one as a trend line. For the trend line, you can say that is wrong or right, because everyone can see on a different way. The next time, that is, we need to have a plan for in advance. Nobody can buy this area for the open the long position under this area because we have a one big major resistance under this area. Everyone should wait for the what's be happen. As you know, the more than 70% of the time market is ranging and don't have a trade set up. We need to wait. The basic thing that is more the beginner trader need to listen, need to put an alarm and do your stuff, do your research, do your some of the job that you have on the backup, or just look at the market. But the beginner trader thinking every time that she's sitting on the computer they have a time opportunity for the trade, that is completely wrong. I'm gonna go in for the show you the some of the area that is you need to care about it, and the some of the added on the top, how to have a professional trader trade with the market. First thing, we're gonna go in for the moving averages. That is I just trade if I trade a gold, I just use it moving averages only, because the move like a gold doesn't have a volume. The divergence is based on my area, based on my experience, doesn't have any divergence too. That is completely wrong. Based on my experience, everyone has a different view for the market. We have a 3 moving averages SMA. I just want to change the color to the different white. I just want to put the white in there and make it smaller and the more view. And this one is this one, and that one is going for bigger. I have a 3 moving SMA in my chart, 28, 100, 200. It's really important to identify the trade for the long and short setup. As you can see here, market under this area we have a one sharp move up, and then we have a when they lost the moving average 28, we have a sharp move down. We have a kind of the correction. We can't call it as sharp move down, but we have a big correction. And when they get retest from this area, moving average 100, is market is bouncing up, trend line, moving average, and get a bounce from this area. We have a one sharp move up. Now we have get a support from the R trend line. We have a one moving average here, and we need to wait for the next trend. What will happen if we sign off the weaknesses happen on the gold? We need to avoid this area, because this area is the last major high and might be working as a support for the next one, for the next impulse move up. And we need to wait for another retest to this area as well, because this area for us it's really important, because we have a moving averages on the daily time frame is being carried under this area, plus 2 trend line that we drew it before under this area as well. First, we need to wait for the next impulse move, and our trading setup is working on the 2 different options. is working on this area. First, we're gonna go maybe broke this area. And waiting for the, because this moving average for us is really important, 28 for me is, everyone has a different setup, it's completely different setup, but for me the 28 moving averages SMA is really important. And I need to wait for the first and second setup. First setup is like that. The next setup for me is gonna be long position on here. When they go into this area, I'm gonna long a market on this area with a good risk to reward ratio. If they break through this area, we need to wait for the moving average and lose the moving average, and market is going down to the moving average. But we need to avoid this area, because this area for us is, market has a really big support under this area as well. That is for the day trading. I just want to tell you this not trading setup, because we need to going for the multi-time frame and find the area of the entry, because the daily time frame doesn't give us the good support, good trading setup, because the trigger of the entry is set up by the lower time frame, even if you are a swing trader. And if we go into the 4 hours time frame, as you can see here, market is being get a support from this area, and when the a market is above the higher moving average, like a 200, and they reclaim it back, we have a one impulse move up. That is really important for us to identify this area. The trading is not easy. You need to have one notebook and write it down, all of the area that is market could be bounce it up and bounce it down for that key level. Because I'm not gonna open the long position on here, because this is major support resistance for us. And that is, I'm not gonna open the short position as well here, because we have a 2 moving averages, plus depend on what sort of the time frame that you are trading. If you're going for the lower time frame, like a 1 hour, and that is maybe good area for, if you lose this area on the moving averages, 200 is good for the short too. But depend on how to trade, depend on what time frame do you trade. But still, I'm not opening any position under this area, because market, we have a one sharp move up, and market just only resting for now, just ranging for the market is not sharp move up to the 3000 and then come back to this area again. The next is one I'm gonna tell you, Fibonacci level. Fibonacci level is really powerful for me, for my trading, because the Fibonacci level, they give us the really hidden hidden support and resistance, and that is kind of the rescue us sometimes for the open the position. If I'm gonna open the position under this area, we gonna going for the draw the one, we am on the 1 hour time frame. I'm gonna draw the one area of that one. we have a two area of the support. One of them is moving average and one of them is moving average 200. That is area that is between the, if I see the sign of the strength, I'm gonna open the long position under this area. First, if I lost this area 50% and the 100 moving average, I'm gonna go in for the 618 area and the moving average 200. As you can see here, those two is being carried on the same area. That is really good area for us to open the long position. And based on this area, we're gonna go in for the another retest to this area. I'm gonna go in for the higher time frame and see what we have here. As you can see here, this is really important for us, 28, but we need to wait for the confirmation first. And this area, it's good for us too, for open. If I lost this area, we're gonna be open the long position under this area. Now we're gonna go in for the understand the market, how does it work. I'm gonna go in for the draw the my I'm gonna draw the one really simple trend. If you're thinking that is market is moving based on the those one, we have a one trend line as well under this area. I'm gonna draw it a little bit nice here. We need to care about the two area of the support and resistance. When the market is going up, we have one impulse move up, then correction, right? If the one correction is being on the fibo level, for example, I'm not going for the fibo level. For example, I'm gonna go in for the buyer as this area. This is fibo level. We don't have this area yet on the right hand side, but when the market is been going for this area, it's good for opportunity for us to get into the long position, because market, it has a one resistance here as a fibo level 618, and for example, if you're thinking one moving averages is been coming and hit this area as well, and we have this moving average too, like 100 200, that is good for us to open with a low risk, open the long position under this area. And it's gonna be above this one, and that is going for the next move, last swing low, or become the last swing low. That is best for us for the open the long position. And for this area, when the market could claim the moving average above the moving average, we're gonna go in for the long position. We're not gonna open the long position exactly when it hit a trend line, because market, you need to wait for this show you the sign of the strength. And this is really good setup for the people that is need to identify the basic thing about the market. Be honest with you, when I trade like a crypto, I'm not rely on the moving averages a lot. I use it. I use the EMA, but for me, on the crypto, rely on the volume is more accurate than the EMA. Still I use it. Still I use it, but not like when I trade a gold. Thank you so much for spending the time and watch my video. I hope so that this video helpful for you and learned something. If you want to learn more about it, you can follow my YouTube channel and join my Discord channel. And smash the like button and leave a comment for me if you have any suggestion. Thank you so much and see you next time.